Overnight, U.S. and partner nations carried out 14 intense strikes against ISIS strongholds in Raqqa, Syria, and other northern cities. The attacks destroying or damaging multiple targets, including training compounds, headquarters, and command and control facilities, and briefly knocking out power in the region. U.S. forces launching Tomahawk land attack missiles from the sea. Bombers, drones, and fighter jets continuing the assault by air, including an F-22 Raptor, a new Air Force tactical plane that can conduct air-to-air and air-to-ground combat with near impunity. The airstrikes targeting key ISIS positions, including the city of Raqqa, where they are essentially based. The attacks meant to degrade their ability to command and control, resupply and train, according to a U.S. military official. 5 Arab nations, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain, joining in the fight. 4 of them helping attack by air alongside U.S. warplanes. In January, ISIS turned Raqqa into their home base, creating a terrorist safe haven, the militants controlling the city, power, water, schools, and banks. 2 countries not taking part in the attacks at present: Turkey, who'd previously joined the global coalition against the terrorist group, and Syria itself. Then there is this, buried in the press release from the military, a report that an imminent attack against the U.S. was thwarted in Syria overnight, according to U.S. officials. 8 airstrikes were conducted by the U.S. west of Aleppo against the terrorist group Khorasan, a network of seasoned al-Qaeda veterans.
And Khorasan, this group, Barbara, is one that I think a lot of Americans haven't heard much about. But this threat that we're now hearing more about here in the last week, how did this affect the timing of the strikes, if at all?
Well, Brianna, what we are hearing from a senior U.S. official is the reason they struck Khorasan right now is they had intelligence that the group of al-Qaeda veterans was in the stages of planning an attack against the U.S. homeland and or an attack against a target in Europe. And the information indicated that Khorasan was well on its way, perhaps in the final stages of planning that attack. So because they were hitting ISIS, they felt they could essentially surprise Khorasan. They knew the information that was there. They knew this was the time to do it, but everybody was focused on ISIS, so this was somewhat, they hoped, of a surprise to Khorasan. What did they hit? We are told they hit Khorasan training camps and explosives and munition production facility, command and control and communications facilities of that group.